The silence was deafening. The gun in Mama's hand looked too real, too heavy for the woman who once scolded me for picking a kitchen knife the wrong way. But now, her fingers curled tightly around the cold steel like it belonged there. Mama, I breathed, standing slowly. What are you doing? She didn't answer. Her eyes, bloodshot and wet, darted between me and Chuka. Her lip quivered. Chief stepped inside behind her, calm as ever, like this wasn't the first time he'd orchestrated a scene like this. You're not going anywhere, Kamzi. Chuka stepped in front of me. Put the gun down, he said sharply. You don't have to do this. Mama's hand trembled. Her mouth opened, then shut again. You think she came to save you? Chief sneered. She came to make sure you stayed. No, I whispered. Mama, tell me he's lying. Her eyes filled with tears. Her lips parted, but no words came. I gave up everything for you, I said, voice cracking. I trusted you. Still silence. Chuka pulled me slightly behind him and narrowed his eyes at Chief. What's your end game? Kill us both? You think that will stop what I know, what I've recorded? Chief laughed. Boy, you're in my house, in my trap, and your threats mean nothing here. I've sent files, Chuka said calmly, to a journalist. If anything happens to me, everything goes public. Your name, the names of your clients, the videos, the girls. Chief's jaw tightened. Mema flinched. There it was. Fear. Real fear. You wouldn't dare, Chief growled. Chuka raised a brow. Try me. For a second, the tension felt like it might snap. Chief took a step forward. Mema raised the gun slightly, as if to stop him. Her hands shook violently now. Mema, please, I cried. If there's any part of you left that still loves me, don't let this happen. She turned to look at me, her eyes, those tired, stormy eyes, locked with mine. And then she turned the gun toward Chief. His eyes widened. Mama, no, he barked, stepping back. But she didn't shoot. She just whispered, you said you'd never come near my children. That's when I realized something. This wasn't the first time she had held a gun for him. Chuka grabbed my arm. Now, Kamsi, run. We bolted. Chief lunged forward, but Mama stepped in his way. They raced for the gun. Downstairs, alarms began blaring. Red lights flashed. The house was waking up. We tore through the corridor, down the servants' staircase. Guards began shouting. A door slammed. We reached the kitchen, locked. Chuka cursed and looked for a back exit. The store door, he shouted. We ran through it and emerged into a tiny courtyard. The back fence was close. We were almost there. I could hear the motorbike engine somewhere in the distance. Freedom. Then a gunshot cracked through the air. I screamed. Chuka dropped to his knees. Blood spread across his shirt. No, Chuka. I dropped to the ground beside him as his body buckled forward, blood oozing from his side. Don't scream, he grunted, gritting his teeth in pain. They'll hear you, we don't have time. But you're bleeding, Chuka. I can't leave you like this. Tears clouded my vision. I tried to hold pressure to the wound, but his hand shot up and gripped mine tightly. You have to go, he hissed. You have to survive. The sirens in the mansion had gotten louder now. Dogs barked in the distance. Footsteps echoed down the alley behind the fence. Guards. They were coming. No. I whispered, panicked. I won't leave you. We escaped together. Kamsi, he rasped, his voice firmer than ever. Don't make my coming here useless. I didn't crawl back into this hell to die without setting you free. I stared at him, trembling, torn between fear and love, between survival and sacrifice. He pushed a small flash drive into my palm. This has everything. Names, videos, even your mother's full story. Take it. Hide it. Use it when you're safe. I didn't even have time to process that before he shoved me toward the fence. Climb, he barked. Now! With shaking legs, I climbed onto the rusted barrel by the wall. I pulled myself up, hearing the guards shouting closer now. My fingers scraped against the cement. I swung one leg over. Then, bang! Another gunshot. I froze. Don't turn around! Chuka whispered from below. Keep going, I jumped. Pain shot up my ankles as I landed awkwardly on the other side. A man in a black hoodie stood beside a parked motorbike under the shade of a mango tree. His face was half covered, but his eyes were alert. You come see? He asked. I nodded. Get on. I looked back. Just over the wall, I heard shouts, cries, and one word that made my heart drop. Dead. Number. He couldn't be. We sped off into the dark streets of Lagos, cutting through alleys and narrow roads. The wind whipped my hair back. My heart pounded louder than the bike engine. I didn't know where we were going or who this man was, but I had no choice. After what felt like an hour of riding through shadowy corners of the city, we stopped at an old, half-finished building on the outskirts of Agege. The man helped me off the bike. We'll rest here for a few hours, he said. Then I'll take you somewhere safe. Who are you? I asked, breathless. He pulled down his hoodie, and I gasped. He wasn't just anybody. He was one of Chief's former guards, the one I'd seen carrying a tray of drinks on my second night in the mansion. I helped your brother plan everything, he said. He paid me, told me to get you out. He trusted me. My mind reeled. Why would you help us? Because my sister was taken by a chief, he said quietly. 2 years ago, she never came back. I nodded slowly. We were all broken people trying to survive the monster in our own ways. He showed me to a corner inside the building with a mat, a small torchlight, and bottled water. I collapsed onto the mat, exhausted. I stared at the flash drive in my palm, still warm from Chuka's blood. My throat tightened. Then, my phone, which had been hidden inside my bra, buzzed. One message from an unknown number. You can run, but you can't hide forever. We always find what belongs to us. I stared at the screen. Suddenly, the building's wooden door creaked. Footsteps, too heavy to be my rescuers. I scrambled to my feet and turned toward the sound. A shadow moved past the cracked window. Then a voice spoke from outside, calm and terrifyingly familiar. Come out, Kamsi. Let's not make this messy. It was Chief. I froze, staring at the doorway like it was the mouth of hell. Chief was here? How? How did he find me so quickly? My heart pounded in my ears as I took slow, careful steps backward, deeper into the abandoned building. My eyes scanned the dim room. Cracked walls, exposed wires, no windows big enough to climb through. Only one door, the same one he was outside of. Kamsi, Chief called again, his voice low and smooth. Too calm, too confident. I'm trying to be gentle. Don't force me to change my mind. I searched for the man who brought me here, Chuka's ally. He was gone. Why? Where did he go? Betrayal twisted in my gut, but I didn't have time to think. I grabbed the only weapon I could find, a rusted metal pipe from the corner. My hand shook, but I raised it anyway. I wouldn't go down without a fight. The doorknob turned. I held my breath. Then the door swung open with a loud creak. But it wasn't Chief who stepped in. It was Mama. My throat tightened. She looked different. Her wig was gone, her makeup smeared. She looked like a woman who had been crying for hours but still didn't know how to stop. Mama, I whispered. She raised her hands slowly. Please, Kamsi, just listen. I backed away, still gripping the pipe. You set me up, I spat. You knew what they were doing. You handed me over like meat. I didn't have a choice, she cried. There's always a choice, I snapped. You chose them. You chose money. You chose survival. But not me. Her shoulders crumbled. She fell to her knees. I tried to fix it, she sobbed. I tried to stop Chief from coming here. I told him I'd bring you back myself. That's the only reason he hasn't come in yet. He's giving me one chance to convince you. I blinked, confused. Mama looked up, her eyes bloodshot. Please come with me. We'll run together. We'll disappear. I swear I won't let him touch you again. I stared at her, trying to read the truth in her face. Was she really on my side now? Or was this another trap? Then I remembered what Chuka told me. She was the queen of their ring. She knew how to act, how to manipulate, how to survive. And then Mama said something that froze my blood. I killed him. My lips parted. Killed? Who? She looked me dead in the eyes. Chuka. My knees buckled. The pipe dropped from my hand. You. You what? I had to, she screamed. He was going to destroy everything. He had no right to dig into my past. He had no right to bring you into his madness. She reached for me, but I stumbled back, tears burning my eyes. You murdered your own son. You don't understand, Kamsi. He was turning you against me. He didn't know what I went through to protect you all these years. You sold me, I whispered. You never protected me. You used me. The door creaked again, and this time Chief stepped in, tall, menacing, a slow smile on his face. Well, he said, clapping once. That went better than expected. I looked at Mama, betrayal burning in my chest like fire. You were stalling, I whispered. You never meant to help me escape. She lowered her eyes. Chief stepped forward, brushing his fingers across my cheek. I recoiled. So much potential, he said softly. You fetch more than any girl I've ever trained. Pure rebellion, raw fire. The men will line up for you. I wanted to scream. I wanted to claw his eyes out. But then, boom, the building shook. Smoke billowed from the rear entrance. Footsteps, shouting, gunfire. Chief turned, stunned. Mama gasped. Then, through the smoke, came a dark figure in a long coat, a gun in one hand, a second flash drive in the other. It was Chuka, bloodied, wounded, but very much alive. The room felt like it was vibrating as Chuka stepped through the smoke, dragging himself forward with every labored breath. His shirt was soaked with blood, but there was a fire in his eyes that burned through the haze of the room. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. How? Chuka, I whispered, my voice shaking with disbelief. I thought you were dead. Not yet, he rasped, clutching the gun in his hand like it was the only thing keeping him from collapsing. His eyes never left Chief, who stood frozen, his face paling at the sight of Chuka. I told you, Chuka continued, his voice low and dangerous, that I'd come for you, Chief. Chief stepped back, his smile faltering as his hand went to his waistband. His fingers brushed against the cold steel of a hidden weapon. You shouldn't have come back, boy, Chief sneered, his voice suddenly full of venom. Chuka's hand tightened on the trigger. You know, he said, I thought I could forgive you for everything, for what you did to me, to my sister. But then I realized I was always just your tool, your pawn. I could feel the tension in the air like a razor, timber sharp. It seemed like the room had stopped breathing altogether. My pulse raced in my throat. Mama, I began, voice trembling, but I couldn't finish the sentence. Mama was standing there, her face pale, her eyes flicking between Chuka and Chief. She didn't speak, but her silence was enough. You think you can win? Chief mocked. I own this city, boy. I own the politicians, the police, everyone. You're just another dead body I'll dispose of. You've made a lot of enemies, Chief. Chuka spat, his grip on the gun unshakable. And tonight, you'll make one more. I could barely move. The chaos was swallowing me whole. My world had crumbled around me. And yet, here we were, standing at the edge of a precipice, with everything hanging by a thread. I didn't know what to believe anymore. Was this a rescue? Was this another game? Was Chuka really my brother? Or had I been manipulated all along? And then, bang! A sharp crack split the air. I didn't even see the gunshot coming. Chief's hand jerked back as blood spurted from his shoulder. He stumbled backward, cursing loudly, but he didn't fall. His eyes locked onto Chuka with a look of pure rage. You little bastard! Chief roared, clutching his shoulder. You will regret this. But Chuka didn't flinch. He raised the gun again, aiming it steadily at Chief's chest. You'll regret it first, Chuka said, his voice cold and sharp, like a blade. Mama stepped forward, her hands raised. Chuka, please, don't do this. Her voice broke with a desperation I hadn't heard before. He's my only hope now. Don't take that from me. I turned to look at her, her words like a slap to the face. Don't take that from me. After everything she done. I can't let you leave, Mama, I said, my voice shaking with disbelief and anger. Not after what you've done. Mama's eyes welled with tears as she looked at me, her voice pleading. I didn't know, Kamsi. I didn't know it would get this far. I was trapped too. Enough, I snapped, stepping back. I don't want to hear it. You're not my mother. Not anymore. Chuka's gaze flicked toward me for just a moment, then back to Chief. You have no idea what you're playing with, Chief hissed, his eyes burning with hatred. I will burn your family to the ground. I'll make sure everyone you care about pays. Chuka didn't blink. Try me. And with that, he pulled the trigger. Click! For a split second, I thought the gun had jammed. My heart stopped. Then I saw it. Chuka's hand dropped. His entire body jerked forward, the gun slipping from his fingers as his face contorted in pain. His eyes met mine. His lips moved, but no words came. Bang! Another gunshot. This time it was too familiar. It was too close. Chuka's eyes rolled back, and he collapsed forward, his knees giving way beneath him. His blood spread across the floor like a sickening reminder of everything he had tried to save. I screamed, rushing to his side, but it was too late. His body was already limp. Mama! I screamed, my voice hoarse. Mama, help me! But there was no answer. I turned to her, and I saw the gun in her hand. She had fired the shot. The truth hit me like a blow to the chest. Mama wasn't trying to save me. She had planned this from the start. Mama, I whispered, feeling the world crash down around me. Why? She didn't answer, but I saw it in her eyes, the same coldness that had haunted her for years, the same look she had when she sent me away to pay. You killed him, I said, voice shaking. Mama? I tried again, but my voice broke. Why? She looked down at Chuka, then at me, and finally, her eyes hardened. You think I'd let you both ruin everything I've built, all the power I have? She sneered. Number no, Kamsi. I did what I had to do. Bang! I spun around, heart in my throat. But the gunshot wasn't meant for me. It was meant for someone else.